G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to my Aston Villa career mode. I believe this is episode 25 if I remember correctly. But yeah, this episode's going to be, obviously we're in season 3 now, but I'm going to be smashing out these this season a lot quicker than the previous couple, just because I really want to get this career mode over and done with. Not because I've stopped enjoying it, but just because I need to move on, and I think this channel would be better off if I just probably wait till the next FIFA comes out and I can start a brand new career mode, and hopefully the next game will be better than this one, because this one certainly died off pretty quick for me. But in the first game of this episode, we're going to be playing Tottenham, and the reason I'm going to be getting through this career mode a lot quicker is, or not this career mode, but this season a lot quicker, is unfortunately I am going to be simming a lot of the games, except for like the traditional big six sides and crucial like cup games and stuff like that. And you see here we get another goal with our main man, Ollie Watkins, just before half time. But we managed to squeeze in another opportunity here, and it's going to fall to Lima, our new signing, and we get it to Watkins, and all of a sudden he's got 2 goals in 5 minutes. And we go into half time up 2-0. A great result. And Matty Cash, our right back, he's been here the whole time, whips it in, and Watkins again gets a hat-trick in just over an hour's time. Looking to break his own record this season for the amount of goals he scores. Bring on the likes of Porter and Samare. That falls to Douglas Luiz here. And we find Watkins again. Can he get 4? He can. He scores all 4 goals for us. Look at those stats there. 4 shots, 4 goals. Just absolutely clinical. And that's why the big teams are trying to get the big bucks for him these days. But you see that we absolutely dominated Spurs, 9 shots to 1, so not much for Martinez to worry about. But you see here, this is Atletico Madrid. We came to a mutual understanding at 105 million, and I was really weighing up the options. You know, should I just take the money and sign some big-time striker like Mbappe, Haaland? But I think everyone's sick of that, so I decided to stick with my English boy, Ollie Watkins, because I really wanted to keep this side. Some of the players from the start of season 1 like Grealish, Watkins, Douglas Luiz, and those types of guys. But you see here, we sim our first game here against Watford, and we actually lose 2-1. Very disappointing. Wasn't expecting that. But next up is going to be Arsenal. Not going to be simming this one, as it is against a pretty big club. Not so big these days, unfortunately, especially the way they play. As a fellow Gooner, very disappointing whenever I watch Arsenal these days. But you see here, 5 minutes in, we get a great ball in, but Arsenal managed to clear it. And it falls to Pepe. And Pepe's going to try to start the counter-attack, but the ref's blown his whistle. Did see an injury, and I was praying it wasn't one of mine, and it wasn't. It was Guendouzi. So he had to get subbed off near the start of the game. And Watkins had a great opportunity there, but Runarsson, who for some reason is starting as Arsenal's keeper, makes a brilliant save, but I wouldn't expect that to continue, as Watkins brings it down beautifully and just scores. I mean, that shot looked easier to save than the previous one. I don't know how Runarsson didn't keep that one out. And then an absolute rocket by Nkunku, who I'm looking to have a big season with this season. And he scores another one to make it 2-0. But Arsenal trying to get one back. A great save there by Martinez. But we're not out of danger yet with Martinelli. Probably one of my favourite players in world football at the moment. I love Gabriel Martinelli. I wish we'd play him more. But it falls to Torreira. To Vlasic, I think that's how you pronounce it. To Aubameyang. Got to watch out for him, that's for sure. He plays a ball through. Diego Carlos can't get down. It falls to Pepe, and this time Martinez can't pull off the miracle save. And all of a sudden, Arsenal are back in the game. But Watkins finds Barkley here. He shoots, deflected, falls back to him though. Suyunchu's gone to ground, and you can't do that. You cannot go to ground, and couldn't recover in time as Barkley makes sure we get all 3 points as he scores our 3rd goal as we win 3-1. As you see some results from around the grounds, Manchester City actually drawing with Leeds there, so that's a big result early on. But you see there, Arsenal's players out. Over 200 million they've let go worth of players. And you see our transfers there, a couple in, a few out. But a couple added to the first team with Rafinha and Lima. Hopefully they can get us over the hump this season and get us into that top 4 Champions League spot. And hopefully win the Europa Premier League. That'd be great. And maybe, you know, we can win another FA Cup, something like that. Need some more silverware this season. And next is going to be Wolves, going to be Sim in this one as well, obviously. And the result is going to be a 3-2 win. Watkins gets a hat-trick. So even in the Sims, Watkins is doing absolute damage. And just going to probably win the Golden Boot this season as well, looks like, unless a injury strikes or something horrific like that. But Europa League now, you saw our group. Doesn't seem too hard. I know a couple of the clubs. Don't really know this club though. And we should be able to get the job done here. And our first group stage game is going to be a win, 2-1. Watkins getting both. Decided to play my first team just because I want to try to make sure I get through the group stage, and then maybe I can rotate the side in the back half of those group stage games when I'm already guaranteed to advance. But Sheffield United up next. I'm just going to make a couple changes just due to fitness. I believe Barkley's struggling a little bit there, and I wanted to bring in House. I think he was complaining. And I'm not a fan of this sharpness stuff where you see their ratings drop and increase. I think it's a bit ridiculous. I don't think it should be that big an impact. And you see here we get the win, 3-2. Watkins bags himself another hat-trick. Looked like the Watkins v Wiseman show there. What was it? 5 goals in that game and only 2 players scored, so a real shootout there between those two. Next is the EFL Cup. We get the win, 4-1, obviously using a weaker side for that one. But up against Everton now, going to be playing this one, using my full strength side. And hopefully can get another result in a good run of form now, as Barkley plays a great ball through to Watkins, 1v1 with Pickford. And Pickford makes the save, a good save there by Pickford, but Watkins really should be scoring from that. And from the ensuing corner now, we're going to whip this one in. And Watkins is going to header it, but Pickford manages to get to that as well. So Pickford making a good couple of saves there. They do say England Pickford is different from Everton Pickford, and it looks like we've got England Pickford in net against us today, as Martinez now is forced to make a save. Not a good shot there by Davies, though. He should have done better. And Lime is just going to roll this one into the path of Barkley, and Barkley's going to finish that against his former side. Near post. And now we're early on in the second half now. Watkins to Nkunku, and Nkunku's going to hit one, but Pickford's going to palm that away quite easily, as Target's getting some space on this left-hand side now. A beautiful ball in, and Grealish has headed it straight at Pickford. A decent save, but Grealish should have done better there. But fortunately for us, it doesn't cost us anything. We managed to hold on 1-0 and secure all 3 points, as we then get back into the Europa League with a 2-0 win over Club Brugge. Cash and Lime are getting on the score sheet, so for once Watkins doesn't do any damage, although he was subbed off early on in the second half. I kind of wish you could set up your subs for the sim games so they don't just make random subs. Like here we have Rafinha off for Douglas Luiz, so they've got Douglas Luiz on the wing there. Not sure if that's such a good idea, but you see 3-0 against West Ham here. Cash getting another goal from that right back position, so definitely wasn't expecting him to be getting many goals this season, but I'll take him. Goals a goal. But as you see, we actually draw this one here. Watkins back on the score sheet, but 1-1. So a little bit of a disappointing result there. And then a 2-0 win over Leeds, as Wolves actually beat Chelsea there 1-0, and then back in the cup, an easy 3-1 win. Still using weaker sides in that cup competition just because of the opponents we're getting. And yeah, that's going to be basically it for this episode, guys. Next episode is going to be a big game up against Liverpool, I believe. You know, they're basically our biggest rivals so far in this career mode. I think we played them in some Community Shield, some FA Cup finals, and just obviously in the Premier League as well. Seems like I've versed them more than any other team, as we finish off on a loss here against FC Basel, so that's very disappointing. And hopefully that doesn't come back to haunt us later on. Yeah, that's going to be it for me, guys. Make sure to drop a like and comment and subscribe. Really helps me out. And I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.